It was inflammatory language. But he meant that it was much easier to simply die for a cause than it is to find inventive, effective means to fight for it. Violence is the easy way out, but it is also a sure path to discrediting everything you stand for, something that those opposed to him found out the hard way. Nonviolence is the answer to the crucial political and moral questions of our time, King said, while accepting the Nobel Prize. He continued, "Man must overcome oppression and violence without resorting to oppression and violence. Man must evolve, for all human conflict, a method which rejects revenge, aggression, and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love." History has proven that King was right. And so, our new revolution of thought begins right now, with you. Thomas Paine was an unremarkable man, living in a remarkable time. He proved that it doesn't take celebrity or stature or wealth to make a difference. It only takes someone willing to say the things that need to be said. Well, I'm no Thomas Paine. He was an extraordinary writer, a renowned motivator, and a heroic patriot. But the words that follow also must be said, if for no other reason than to ease my own conscience. If you believe that it's time to put principles above parties, character above campaign promises, and common sense above all, then I ask you to listen to this book, declare yourself a creative extremist, and then pass these words along to others who may agree with something else that Martin Luther King Jr. once said. The hottest place in hell is reserved for those who remain neutral in times of great moral conflict. Do not remain neutral. Do not sit idly by. Do not let others speak for you. Silence has gotten us nowhere. So it is once again time for our collective voice to make a simple yet powerful demand. Don't tread on me. Introduction. I think I know who you are. After September 11th, 2001, you thought our country had changed for the better. But the months that followed proved otherwise. We began to divide ourselves, and the partisan bickering that had been absent from blood donor lines and church services started all over again. You sometimes argue with friends about politics, not because you're a political activist, but because you think the issues are actually important. You have strong beliefs, but you also have an open mind and a warm heart. You try to do the right thing every day. You work hard. You always try to do your best, and you play by the rules. You have credit cards, but you can make the payments. You have a home, but with a loan you can afford. Maybe you bought a flat-screen TV that wasn't exactly a necessity, but you've never been reckless. You don't have much in savings, and your retirement plans have lost a significant amount of money. You may go to church, but on most weekends, you don't really want to. You'd rather sleep in or play with your kids. Besides, it always kind of bothers you that people cut each other off in the parking lot right after the service. You have children, and like all families, you also have your share of problems, but you're making it. You constantly hope that your kids don't really notice that you're bluffing as a parent most of the time. You feel like there's just not enough time in the day anymore just to be a family. Everybody is going 6 different directions. You know the material things don't matter, but you also wonder why it makes you feel like a bad parent if your kids don't have certain shoes or the newest video games or aren't signed up for 5 different sports teams. You didn't have anywhere near the kind of stuff that kids have today, and yet you look back on your childhood with a sense of nostalgia and pride. If your family was poor, you didn't know it. You turn on the television at the end of a long, tiring day and watch as endless analysts in left and right boxes argue about things done by bankers that, in retrospect, now seem implausible. You're worried about what's happening to our economy, but you're more worried about what it means for your family. and you're not sure what to do.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.